Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 16th of April. My name's Philip Kingston.
And I'm Gary Peer.
And Gary, what an amazing property we are filming from today. Right in the heart of Caulfield North, as I'm known to say many times. This is a property that you are responsible for bringing into the company, so I'm going to cut to you and you're going to tell us all about this fabulous home.
I know this home very well, Philip. We are situated at 27 Linden Avenue, and a great street with some magnificent homes. None more magnificent than the one we're in at the moment, Philip. This reeks of quality. The owner happens to be an interior decorator, Philip, who has put her personal touch all over this home. It is a solid home, it is a unique home, and it is a very spacious home as well, Phil. We've got 4 bedrooms upstairs, and downstairs we've got these incredible entertaining areas. I know you've done the video here, Philip. I think you did a pretty good job.
Do you know one of the things that I love about this property is the wraparound garden?
Yes.
Because the wraparound garden faces both north and west.
Yes.
And you go out there, and it's a shame it's not a nice day today because we would have shot out there, but you go outside and it's just this magic, completely private space.
Well, I call them chill zones. I think this home's got a number of great chill zones. You've got a courtyard out there, which is of course paved. You've got another fabulous area off the kitchen there, Philip, and even the garage is actually carpeted, an unusual garage, not for your tyres necessarily, as another chill zone, but we have a beautiful grassy, leafy front garden area. It's very, very private.
All right, Gary, I think we've
well oriented towards the sunshine.
I think this is not just a show about 27 Linden Avenue. Okay. So let's talk about the weekend that was, Gary.
Come and see this home, it's lovely.
A big weekend in Melbourne again. Our clearance rates approximately 71% across. 71% across Melbourne, but our clearance rate 83%. So once again, towers go up. We've smashed the industry average again.
We had a damn good weekend.
We had some amazing results, Gary. Some amazing results. I did 3 auctions on Sunday.
Yes.
And there's some really interesting things going on in the market. One of the most interesting sales that we made on the weekend was a property in Alma Road.
Yes.
In Caulfield South. A block of land of approximately 630 square metres of land on the south side, with quite a rundown but lettable timber home on it. Now, what makes this sale so unusual? You might be about to ask me, but I'll get in before you do.
Philip, what does make that sale so
unusual? So the most amazing thing about this sale, Gary, and this is really fascinating, is that we sold it exactly 12 months ago. We sold that in March of 2012. And we sold it for $890,000. March 2013, so some 12 months later, we've just sold it for $1,001,000. And I did a quick calculation before. That's a 12.5% increase on the sale price last year. Now, what makes that an interesting sale is that there's not many houses we get to sell within a 12-month period. And it's great to see a significant capital gain for the owners, but a really good litmus test for Caulfield South.
I think Caulfield South got a little bit sleepy the last 12 months or so, and it's probably come awake now with that result, Phil. And interestingly, the last time we sold it, it was a very competitive auction then as well. So, but yet there were many people prepared to walk away.
It was a good price back in 2012 because it was a competitive auction.
And a better price now.
And a better price now. And you know, that comes off the back of 2 sales we've had in Alma Road that both went thumpingly well. So I think the message is loud and clear. Caulfield South has woken up. There are price gains out there, and anybody thinking of selling in Caulfield South should really come to the market now.
And that really was a block of land. Yes.
So now we also had another auction on the corner of Linden Road and Crottenhurst Avenue.
We did.
A great 1960s house. Now, whilst the price is undisclosed on that, I can let viewers know that it did sell for about 7.5% in excess of a fairly high reserve. So you're obviously quite impressed, Gary, that I've done the research, I've done the stats today. Also did an auction in Alma Road. The boys let me loose on a 3-bedroom apartment in Alma Road. That's up on screen now.
We had sold for a lot more.
We had a reserve there, Gary, of $500,000. 7 parties bidding for that at the auction. We sold that for $590,000. So $90,000 over the reserve, Gary, which is almost 20% over the reserve.
Yes, that was a great result, Philip. Well-priced, well-positioned properties, still getting some fabulous prices.
I don't mind saying, Gary, I was on fire on Sunday. On fire!
Well, while you were on fire, Philip, I was also pretty red hot and smoking
you actually
myself.
Did something on Sunday, did you?
I did do an auction, and it was in Alma Road.
Sorry, you did an auction?
Did an
So
auction.
while I was doing 3, you did an auction.
We had 3 on Saturday. I don't know, where were you Saturday? Exactly. I don't know, were you out there?
Point.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
I know how to shut him up good and quickly. The auction in Alma Road, Philip, was 3 at 30. Was also very competitive, a fantastic auction, lots of action there. There were, I think, 4 buyers. Anyway, the reserve was 680.
4 bidders.
Okay, 4 bidders. Let's get into the semantics then, shall we? 4 bidder buyers. And they went up, Philip, to 680 to the reserve. It was on the market, and then bang, it kept on going and sold for $735,500 to a lovely young couple coming over from Fitzroy, Philip. So we're selling to people from all over the place.
So what's interesting, Gary, we just reviewed Sunday, 4 auctions on Sunday.
Yes.
You had how many bidders at
4 bidders.
4 bidders there. I had 2 at Linden Road. Another 2 didn't get a chance to put their hand up.
Yep.
We had 7 bidders at Alma Road.
Yes.
And in Bakara Road, we had 5 people bidding for it. So
Depth of market, Philip.
Depth of
How
market,
excited
Gary.
are you?
I'm very excited, but really great to see just competitive bidding. And when there is such depth of interest, Gary, we clearly can see something's going on.
Something is going on, Philip, and there's some housekeeping issues before we get into our review of properties. One of those is to congratulate Leon Gusenfitter, who has won Salesperson of the Month for March.
And that's back-to-back, because he also won it in February. So
well done to him.
Congratulations to Leon Gusenfitter.
And also a big congratulations to Harry Lustig, who enjoys his 22nd year at Gary Pure and Associates and clocked up Team Member of the Month. I'm sure he's had many, Philip, but he's such a consistent and wonderful property manager.
Yep, he is
so
too.
thank you and well done to you, Harry. Let's talk about some of the properties that are coming up, Phil. We've got a smorgasbord, a feast of fine offerings, not just the one that we're in here at Linden Avenue, but a few others as well. Let's go through them now.
So Gary, a busy weekend coming up. We've got 8 auctions and we're kicking it off on Saturday morning at 11:30 with the most fabulous apartment in Jessamine Avenue in Prahran.
Yep.
Gorgeous address, fabulous building. So looking forward to that auction. Moving on, we've got a great house coming up in Grafton Street in Elstonwick.
That's been very popular, I think, Phil, if I'm not mistaken.
Very popular house, Gary. Walking distance to the Harleston Park and the fabulous Glen Huntley Road shopping strip.
Just off Allison Road, perfectly situated, interesting contemporary home. Phil, should be popular and sought after in the heart of Elstonwick.
Should be.
say.
Should be, Gary. We've got a villa unit coming up at 3 at 5 Milburn Grove in East St Kilda.
That's another great address.
Terrific address and terrific little villa there, so that'll be interesting to see how that performs.
By that, just stroll on down to Green Meadows Park, Philip, and enjoy the serenity.
Absolutely. So beautifully put, Gary. Big auction this weekend at number 65 Lamia Road, one of the best streets of Caulfield North.
The Golden Mile.
Bit of a litmus test for the top end of the market. Big house, this one, a big kind of 60s/70s house, solid brick, beautiful parcel of land, swimming pool, and on the west side of the street, which of course is the very best side of the street, Gary, unless of course we're selling a house on the east side of the street, which is a great side of the street as well. But that'll be a good test of the market. Also, I had a quick look at an apartment that Jeremy Rosens is auctioning at unit number 5 at 437 Inkerman Street in St Kilda East. That's a really nice apartment. 2 bedrooms, polished timber floorboards, small boutique building. That'll be an interesting sale too, Gary. That's in the $5 to $550 price range.
It will be interesting, Philip. I think it should be popular. A terrific apartment. Again, great location. We are shooting GPTV next week from Vortier Street, Elwood, Philip. A great street.
Oh, we're going
just
by the
near
seaside.
We're going to be by the seaside, and that's a big wrap for this week. And congratulations.
I think maybe next week we should, as we're doing it by the beach, we should both wear our Speedos.
I think so, Phil. I think that's a must. I already just thought that was a given.
Absolutely. So I'll be booking myself in for a spray tan. What about you?
I'll be there with you, Phil, for sure.
Good, beautiful.
Congratulations to Adam Scott, who's just won the most incredible title, which is of course, the US Masters, and very exciting for Australia.
Actually, keep in mind that was yesterday, Gary.
I didn't say when it happened, Phil.
Yeah,
I just said it
good
happened.
point.
So it's very, very exciting, and that's a big week in golf. It's Gary Pearce signing off for GPTV for this week. We'll see you next week. Have a great week. Cheers.
I'm Philip Kingston. Have a wonderful week. See you next week.